Welcome back, eSIM Studios. I have another case review for the S25 Ultra. Now, this is a special case review because we're going to take a look at a super thin, paper thin, it's advertised as paper thin, case for this phone. So this is the PureLuct paper thin case. This is the frosted clear case. It's this right here. PureLuct Slim is the name. S25 Ultra. Paper thin matte finish skin. You can find it on Amazon for, what is this, $15.88. It's basically $16. They did not send it over here. I actually purchased this with my own money. Now, it does seem a little bit overpriced for not much material, right? I mean, you're basically getting, it's basically paper thin. I mean, we'll check it out in a second, but look, is it overpriced? Look, probably a few dollars. I would preferably spend $10, maybe $12 the most, but I have a YouTube channel and I review cases, so I went ahead and got it, although I do like it. But anyways, we're going to link this in the description box below, so if you're interested. They also have a completely clear case as well, and then they have a gray, frosted, clear, and then black right there. So depending on what color S25 Ultra you have, this is the titanium white. Depending on what phone you have, each case would look good on a number of colors. But anyways, we'll link that in the description, and you can check that out for yourself. But paper thin. This weighs, I think, 1 or 2 grams. I mean, it's literally nothing. So if you're one of those people that want to protect your phone, so look, there's nothing else in the box. That's basically it. But if you're one of those that want to protect your phone, but you don't want to add bulk, even having an average size case on your device is too much or too bulky. You still want to get the look, and when you hold it, you still want to have that feel of the naked phone, but you don't want to risk dropping it and putting a dent in here, because look, it is much stronger. I've seen some drop test videos. It does resist drops quite a bit. I'm actually kind of surprised. But look, even if you drop it and you do not crack the front or the back, you're still going to get a dent, right? You're still going to get scratches. You could even possibly damage the sensors on the back. So just having something, even if it's paper thin, would prevent that, right? Scratches, dents, all that good stuff. And that's where this falls in. So let me move this to the side. We're going to take a look at this. It's obviously paper thin. I think it's TPU, just literally paper thin. Not much to it. So here you got the power, volume down, volume up. There are there are the cutouts for the mics up top. There's no air pockets. It's so thin they couldn't even put air pockets in here. And look, I wouldn't expect this to have air pockets, because those are for cases that that do have drop protection. Does it have air pockets? It does not. You would expect to have air pockets on a little thicker case. This is so thin they couldn't even put air pockets in there, but that's okay. That's not what it's intended for. It's intended to be thin. However, it does have sensor protection, and that is key. We'll throw it on here in just a second. And you got cut out for the power down there, mic off to the side, and then your speaker here, and then obviously your S Pen right there. No MagSafe obviously on here, but not a big deal. Let's go ahead and put this on, and we shall see what it looks like. And it's so thin, it doesn't even have a cutout for the speakers up top. And that's perfectly fine. But let's go ahead and slap it in here, see what it looks like. This would go good with any color. Any color. Now, when you put it on, this does have a screen protector on there. The anti-reflective screen protector. Make sure the corners are all set in place. It's easy to put on, and then a corner will be not fully set. So make sure it's fully set. There you go. Looks very nice. Why I like this case, so I've actually been using this case for the last 3 days or so, all the time. I've had it on my phone for the last 3 days, and I really like it. It provides no drop protection, but again, like I said, the phone is much stronger this year. What it provides is scratch and dent protection, but you still get the look, you still get the feel of the phone, and actually, it's a little more grippier than if you just had the phone sitting on a counter and you go pick it up. The tight from the sides, the titanium's kind of slippery, honestly. There's been a couple times where I pick it up and I'm like, and I can feel it slipping out of my fingers, and I'm like, whoa, 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 whoa. With this on there, now, this is not a quote unquote grippy case, but it does provide a little more grip when you do have it on your device and you go to pick it up. It has not slipped out of my fingers. So I just want to put that out there. Now, there's no extra material. There's no extra bumps or grips on either side, but it does provide a little more grip than the titanium metal around the border. But look at that. I mean, it basically looks like the phone. It's really, really nice. Worth $16? I don't know. I'll leave that up to you to decide, but I do like it. Now, you can do what I do, and I know many people don't. A lot of times I'll have a slim case on my device when I'm in the house, in the office, when I'm indoors, right? Now, when I leave the house, when I leave the office or the studio, I'm going to go in my car. I'm going to go run errands. I'm going to be parking the car. I'm going to be walking over pavement or concrete. I will put on a more thicker, bulkier case. Now, I know many people don't do that, but I switch cases all the time. Now, you might want to consider doing that if you get this case. I'm not saying you have to. Obviously, you do what you want, but excuse me. I don't think this would provide much drop protection for the device. It's just going to prevent scratches and dents if you do drop it. Not saying it's going to protect it from cracks or anything, but again, I'll leave that up to you. But let's look at the protection here. So does it protect the sensors? Does it protect the glass in there? It actually does. It actually comes up to the border of the sensor, and actually is raised higher than the sensor. Let me see if I can zoom in. You can see here, the sensors actually sit inside these cutouts. So if you do lay the phone on its back, on a bench, on a rough table, what have you, not going to scratch the sensor. So that's nice. And it's not only on these three, but it looks like on these two as well. You can tell right here. Cutouts look nice and aligned. That's off a little bit where the mic is, but it's not blocking it by any means. It's just a little off. Speaker, a little off, but it's not blocking it by any means. And the S Pen, a little off, but not blocking it. So we'll take that out in a second. Should be no issues there. Let's look at the screen protection here. Are those cutouts lined up? But yeah, pretty much. So let's look at the screen protection, right? Is there any? There seems to be about 1 millimeter above the screen. So that's nice. At least it's sitting higher than the screen, as you can tell on the other side over here as well. On the far side right here, it does come up and over. So when laying face down, you're not going to scratch, depending on what surface you put it on. A smooth surface like this, you're not going to be scratching the display whatsoever. So it looks like 1 millimeter higher above the screen on the outside here. Looks like 1 millimeter higher on these cutouts for the sensors. And everything else, these aren't perfectly lined up, but they're not blocking the microphone, the power, USB Type-C, or the speaker down there. Let's try the S Pen. Comes out nice and easy. Let's try the clicky buttons. Nice and easy. So, very nice case, paper thin, matte finish. It really allows the color to come through without distorting the color or making it shiny or extra shiny with that clear. The clear version of this is going to make everything extra shiny and probably will be a fingerprint magnet, the clear version. This one, again, I've been using it for the last 3 days, not one fingerprint. So that's why I always typically go for the matte finish. I don't normally buy clear cases just because of the fact they're slippery and they show a bunch of fingerprints. But this one does not show any fingerprints, and it allows for the color of the device to really come through and show. Really like this. I'm actually going to keep this and continue using it. It just provides the device to stay and looking new, right? So it prevents scratches and dents, especially if you have the anti-reflective screen protector on there. So, and this paper thin case, it's like, you know, just using the phone regularly, but you have protection against weathering and you know, having micro scratches on there and stuff. So if you like this case, please go in the description box below. Got the link for you. And if you got any questions, give me a holler in the comments. I check them every day. And as always, I will see you all tomorrow. Peace.